Hey everyone, thank you for watching. Today's video is going to be a new Will I Buy It. I post my Will I Buy It series every single Wednesday, chatting over new makeup releases, my thoughts on them, if I'm planning to pick them up or pass over them. I'll have my playlist linked down below, as well as the community playlist, which I started, so any creator who makes this style of video can add theirs to the playlist so you can binge watch, maybe find a new channel, all that fun stuff. But we do have a lot to chat about this week, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Alrighty, I'm gonna shift a little closer to Perry per usual. So I was looking at my screenshots and I don't really feel like there's a whole, there's enough this week to chat about, of course, but I felt like there wasn't really a lot to interest me, and I was trying to think of like which one do I kick it off with, because I usually try to kick it off with something I either got a lot of tags on or something that I'm really excited about. And I was like, I don't know about this. We have Aries making her way. If you had headphones in, you can probably hear her approaching the filming room. But I think I'm going to start it off with Pat McGrath, because I have seen a few other people get very, very excited over this and her complexion line that she is going to come out with. So I'm reading from the Trimmed One Instagram, so I'll have her linked in my description box as I always do. But Pat McGrath is coming out with the Skin Fetish Foundation. There's going to be 36 shades. It's going to be $68. A satin finish, sheer to medium but buildable coverage. It says for fresh, natural looking skin. Self-setting. It has a serum-like finish and a diamond powder to diffuse light. There's 5 different shade families, and then, like I said, the 36 different shades. Trend Mood also notes that she applies it with her hands like a moisturizer, which I don't know. If you guys watch my channel, you know I just don't like applying makeup with my hands and my fingers. I don't know what it is. I just don't like it. Also coming out, the setting powder for $55, a primer for $60, and 2 face brushes. It says will be available July 26th online. And Pat McGrath is also available at Sephora. So I haven't tried a ton from Pat McGrath yet, mostly because of the price point is just so much higher. I have a few different of her matte lipsticks. I do have an eyeshadow palette that I've tried that I do like, but I don't feel like I've liked anything enough from Pat McGrath to be like, that's the price tag. I was that way with Charlotte Tilbury for a little bit as well. Like, I was trying a few things from Charlotte Tilbury and I was just like, I don't understand why the prices are so high. I've gone on to find a few things that I really do enjoy from her. Like, I have her the Light Wonder not foundation. I have the primer on today, the Wonder Glow primer, I think is what it's called, that I enjoy so much. I think it's so beautiful. That is such an expensive primer, but I love it and I wear it by itself. I just have primer and concealer on, and then obviously some powders, but I don't have foundation on today. I'm actually filming on Sunday. I wasn't planning to film today, but then kind of like my plans kind of got a little janky, so I was like, you know what? I'm here, I'll film. So that's what we're doing. I am taking a few days off this week because my mom is coming into town, which I'm so excited for. We're an Army family and my mom lives in Alabama and she's coming up to Iowa for the summer, and I'm so excited. So I get to see her this week. So not bad to film a little bit early. I'm really looking forward to that. So getting back to Pat McGrath. So the foundation, when I hear the different claims, a satin finish, sheer to medium, a buildable coverage, I'm like, yes, yes, fresh, natural looking skin. Like, I really, really do want to try this foundation. It sounds like something I would really like, and like this could be the first product from Pat McGrath that I'm like, yes. Does everyone say like Auntie Pat? I'd be like, yes, Auntie Pat. This is great. Like, I feel like I would really, really like it. But $68 is so expensive. That would definitely be the most expensive foundation that I have ever purchased. I think the highest price I've ever paid for a foundation, thinking off the top of my head, was like $53 for the Dior Skin foundation, and I picked it up with 20% off from the Sephora sale, so I didn't even pay the full price for it. So I just don't know if I can do $68. I don't know, but like, I really want to try it. I'm having a struggle here. The setting powder for $55, the primer for $60, and the face brushes, I will probably pass over them because, again, if I'm going to be picking up a $68 foundation, like, that's a lot right there. So you guys know I really do enjoy high-end makeup. I enjoy high-end, I enjoy drugstore, like I like it all, but sometimes I just have a harder time paying those more expensive prices for high-end, and I'm just a little bit more, I don't know how I want to say this, I'm just a little bit more conscious of where I'm putting my money when it comes to high-end products. So that's why I'm so like, like I want to try you, but I just don't know if I can do the price tag. So that's where I'm at. What are you guys thinking about this complexion line though from Pat McGrath? Tell me. So I did get some takes too that Dose of Colors is adding new shades to their lip glosses. So they have 8 new shades coming out. These are $17 each. They will be available June 14th and also June 23rd at Ulta. So I think I was getting some tags on this because I really enjoyed the Dose of Colors liquid lipstick. I love Truffle. I love Stone. Those are just like 2 like go-to liquid lipsticks of mine. Really enjoy the formula, but I actually don't really enjoy the glosses. I've picked up one. I want to say maybe it was during like an Ulta 21 Days of Beauty or something like that, and I was like, I don't really see it. It was a little bit thicker for me, and I felt like it was not like super sticky, but just like it was just too much for what I prefer in a gloss. I know a lot of people really like them, but I'm just not really like a big fan, and I definitely have my glosses right now that I really do enjoy and like keep wearing over and over. So $17, but if you're interested, if you really enjoy the Dose of Colors lip glosses, some new shades are coming. So we have a couple different new releases from BH Cosmetics, which isn't shocking, which BH comes out with a lot, so does ColourPop, but I feel like I don't know if I have anything from ColourPop today, and I have 2 things from BH. That's really surprising. But they have a Stellar collection that they're coming out with. So we have the Stellar Lash Mascara, which is $10. There's also a mini for $6. That's pretty cool. There's also an eyeshadow palette, 17 shades of shadows and highlighters. This is going to be $21. So the mascara, I like that they have a full size and a mini right away. I think that's cool. I'm really into minis, so I think that's awesome. But I probably don't need it right now. I have a lot of my favorite mascaras. I'm pretty good to go. And then for the palette, I'm just not super interested in these. You know, it says they're highlights and then also shadows. Everything is very shimmery, and it's just not a palette that I think that I would go to. I think it's the baked formula as well, I want to say, maybe. Just kind of looking at it, that's what I think, just like in the past from their palettes. I just really was never quite into those when it came to BH, but I just don't see myself that I would be reaching for that one quite a bit. And then they also have a new collaboration coming out. This is with Tina Yong, who is a makeup artist with 2.7 million YouTube friends, according to her Instagram. Well, get down with your bad self, girl. That is a lot of friends on YouTube. Okay, so this palette is $24 and includes 12 eyeshadows, 2 highlighters, and 4 blushes. One can also be a bronzer, it says, so probably depending on your skin tone. This one's going to be available June 19th online. I kind of like the idea of this palette. Oh shoot, I don't have it right here with me. Like sometimes I like the idea of like a really like inclusive palette like this. Like today I have so much of the Boho palette from Ofra Cosmetics on my face. I actually did a takeover with them on their Instagram that's up today, which I was really excited for, as I have a whole bunch of Ofra on my face. It was really cool to get asked to do that takeover, but I was doing it with their Boho palette. So I have like eyeshadows, bronzer, blush, and a highlighter all from that one palette, which I think is really cool. I've been trying not to buy face palettes as much, but I liked this one because it even has more. It has eyeshadow. I think it has brow powders in there. Like there's just so much going on. So that's kind of what this one reminds me of. The actual eyeshadows in there I don't think really get me super hyped or anything. I like all the face shades. They look pretty and they look like they would all pretty much work for me, I think. She looks to be a little bit more on the fair side, so I think that they would work for me. So I like the concept of the palette, but the majority of the palette isn't necessarily me. Again, I don't know the collaborator. I'm not familiar with her, so I don't have like an extra pull for that either. And again, BH is a brand that just is pretty like, they just don't really excite me too much these days, so I think that I can pass over it. But that one did give me a double take, so I wanted to mention that. Like, kind of gave it a second glance and was like, you know, that's kind of cool. Like, I kind of liked how everything was, I don't know if I want to say laid out, but I liked that it was all in one, you know. And it's a nice price point because BH Cosmetics generally does have pretty, you know, low prices, but I'm gonna pass over that one. So I'm kind of curious about this next product. This is from Glossier. This is the Brow Flick. So it says more definition, more color, micro fine detailing pen for natural fluffy looking brows. I do see it's only in 3 shades, which is kind of a bummer because 3 shades is not like, you know, it's eyebrows, but still like people have different shades of eyebrows. So you have blonde, brown, and black, and so immediately I know redheads are gonna be like, oh, what about me, sis? And I'm like, I know. So that's kind of like, that was kind of a bummer when I saw that it was only going to be in 3, but these are going to be $18 each. So it says a brush tip detailing pen, fills in brows with feather light strokes. You can use it to define the arch, extend the tail, add depth to sparse areas for natural fluffy looking brows. I'm actually kind of interested in this one because I've been more into these types of brow products than I initially thought that like I ever would be. I really like the MAC Shape and Shade brow. That was actually in my Shop My Stash bag from May, and I used it so much. Also the Urban Decay Brow Blade. Really like it. I never thought I would be down with this. I'm much more of like, you know, like my regular brow pencil, like the Precisely My Brow, the Goof Proof, like those are what I go to, but I actually really like these, and I feel like I just create like really nice defined brows. I'm curious about this one because it says you get more of like this like fluffier natural looking brow. I'm kind of curious about this. Glossier, I think that you can only find them on the Glossier website, but I'm going to double check on that. But I know like I'm kind of running low on my coconutbalm.com, which I would totally repurchase, and I'm almost out of my Milky Jelly cleanser as well. So I'm like, maybe I could, you know, place kind of, because, you know, it just kind of stinks to like go to a website and only purchase one thing, and then, you know, I probably have to pay for shipping, and it's like, oh, who wants to pay for shipping? Not me. So I'm like, maybe I could place a couple different items, but I'm actually kind of curious about this just because, like I said, I've been using these types of brow products more, so I'm a little like, interested in that one from Glossier. Next up, we have a new Benefit box coming out. So this is the Like a Flockstar. This is an eye, lip, and cheek palette. Let's see, it does say it has an acrylic piece that slides in and out to protect the lip colors from getting dirty. So once again, kind of like, you know, we have a lot of different products in this palette, which I think is interesting, but with Benefit, I think I have the majority of these products. Dandelion, California, Hula. I think they have Hula Light in there too, maybe. I'm not interested in the lip products being in there. That's one thing that I don't really enjoy in a palette. I'm not a lip palette type of girl, like just not really interested in that. So as a whole, this palette, it doesn't intrigue me like maybe some other larger, more inclusive palettes, all-in-one palettes might, especially just because of those lip products. But then again, I have so many of these individual products from Benefit. I know a lot of people sometimes get kind of like blah when Benefit comes out with these boxes, and I've totally been the same way, but I kind of have to stop and think and remember when I was really getting into makeup, actually one of these Benefit boxes was the first thing that I purchased from Benefit, wanting to try out their products. The Hula was in there, there was like a lip gloss in there was a couple different eyeshadows in there. I'm trying to think of what else. Maybe there was a blush in there too. So I bought this box and I was able to try out a bunch of different things, and let me tell you, like, I thought I was pretty cool when I had that box with all these different makeup products in there. I can remember feeling like a pretty fly guy, okay? So I do try to remember that, you know, I was once buying these products too, and there's probably still people out there that are, you know, they do make nice gifts and things like that. So I try not to get too down on them just because I'm like, I've been there, I've totally purchased these and I quite liked them. And I used a lot of the products that were in there before I kind of went on to have this larger makeup collection, but this particular one from Benefit just doesn't really do it for me. So I got tagged on some new releases coming out from Zueva, and there was a couple comments that I had in there on the tags that said this reminded me of Hourglass. And when I looked at the tag, and especially looking at some of these blushes in here, I was like, oh, 100%, like my mind went to Hourglass as well. And also looking at the Try Move post, it says Zueva coming into Sephora. Now I think Zueva has been available at Sephora's in different countries, but I'm like, are they coming into the US? I'm not sure. Not 100% on that. You guys will have to let us know what you know on that topic, because I actually didn't notice that part until sitting down right here, so my eyes must have skipped over that part. But there's some items in here that look really interesting. So it says coming soon July, so I don't really have a lot of good feedback yet. I don't have, you know, like prices or like really like good shots of these, but I'm actually kind of curious about some of these products, especially some of those cheek products. They look like something that I would be interested in trying out, but I don't know. They have a liquid highlight, which I'd probably skip over because I'm not a big like liquid highlight type gal, but especially the powder products and the cheek products, kind of interested in that. And if Zueva will be available at Sephora, that's pretty cool, because I feel like I would probably purchase more from them, not gonna lie, because, you know, I do enjoy my Sephora rewards and Ebates and all of that. But yeah, kind of curious about that. What are you guys thinking about this one? Let me know. So I also got some tags on this K palette, and I'm not gonna lie, I don't know how to pronounce this name. K-O-R? That's not even probably close to correct. That was probably actually like really bad. So it says this is a highlighter palette. It also says the K is back. I remember seeing a K palette in the past. I guess that was an eyeshadow palette, and now they're coming out the K Glow highlight palette. you know, a lot of the text that I was getting was like, what do you think about like the shape and the K and all of that? I don't really love it because it's just kind of like awkward to me. I don't know how I would store that. I don't really like that, you know, we have highlights all on one side, but then on the for the K, you know what I'm saying? Like that technical sound right there, that there's just two highlighters that are just like so much space. Like, I don't know, I'm not really down with that. This is also going to be $49, which is crazy expensive. I'm not familiar with the gal Keisha Kaor's autograph is inside. That really doesn't do anything for me, so that's pretty expensive highlight palette. Don't really enjoy the shape. I don't know, did you guys try the K eyeshadow palette? What do you think about the highlight palette? Let us know. But that one I just kind of like breezed over that. I was like not super interested. Halo Beauty. So Halo Beauty was started by YouTuber Tati Westbrook. She is coming out with some new products. So these are the His and Her Daily Multi-Body and Brain Booster. Whew. It says expertly designed for both men and women. Our His and Hers Daily Multivitamin is your complete body and brain care package. It's a multifaceted multivitamin, that's pretty funny, that supports your mental acuity, eye health, bone health, heart health, and more. Okay, and it can be paired with their hair, skin, nails booster or the kiwi seed booster. Okay, I don't see a price on that yet. I'm not super into these products. I don't know. I don't know, I'm just kind of like, when it comes to that stuff, I don't really take anything for like hair and nails. Maybe I should, I don't know. I'm trying to get into like taking a multivitamin. I actually have a doctor appointment next month, and I plan on like trying to chat and just learn more and what is it that I need, and you know, I'll have like some blood work done. We'll kind of like figure out like where I'm kind of like in rough shape at, and then maybe kind of go from there. So I'm kind of like slowly dipping my toes in that, but I don't know, I'm kind of really weird when it comes to like pills and stuff. You know that I really don't feel good if I take an ibuprofen, because otherwise I'm like, I got this, I'm fine. But when I take like an ibuprofen, my husband's like, oh my gosh, are you okay? Because I'm just, I don't know, I'm just kind of weird about that sort of thing. So not really a release for me. Very exciting that she has another one coming out and that Halo Beauty is doing very well. So super cool there, but just not like a personal thing for me, you know? Oh, I did have another item from Benefit to talk about. So it looks like they're coming out with some new highlighters, Tickle and Cookie. These are going to be full size and sold individually, and then a new love tint. But I'm most excited about this Cookie highlight because there was a palette that came out. I think it was called like the Cheek Leaders, and it had a few different shades in there, but this Cookie highlight, and so many people raved about this highlight. I think Mel Thompson was talking about this highlight. I was just seeing so many people talk about this highlight, and I was like, I want the Cookie highlight, but I didn't want to buy the face palette because I've been trying not to buy the face palette. So I'm like, man, if Cookie was out individually, I would probably buy that highlight even though I don't need any more. And now Benefit's coming out with the individual highlight. So have you guys tried Cookie, and what did you think of it? Is it worth all the hype that I kind of saw this one getting? Because that's pretty exciting, and when that releases, I'll probably be eyeing that one pretty hard, not gonna lie to you. So we have some new sponges coming out from Juno Co. Am I saying that right? Juno Co. So they were kind of known for their microfiber sponge. A bunch of people were using it at one time. I think there was a bunch of like ads going around for it. Super fun, super cool. And it was a light blue. They're coming out with 2 new shades, so you know, woo! But on June 19th we have yellow and also a purple one coming out. So again, the same airbrush finish, microfiber velvet is what it says. Did you guys try these? Let us know. I posted a video last Friday. I was trying out some products from Shop Miss A, hello, and I picked up one of their sponges, which is actually still sitting right next to me because I heard so many people talking about these, and I was like, I didn't love it, and people were saying it was like the paw sponge or the paw sponge. But I also picked up some of those because I got like 4 different sponges because I was like, I don't remember like which one people were talking about, and they were either $1 or like $1.55, so like not too bad. So I got a few different sponges to try out, and I used one of the like pawpaw ones, and people were saying these are kind of more similar to the Juno Co ones, and I actually really liked it. It was nice and soft. I felt like my makeup looked really smooth when I used it, so I was totally into that. If you guys are interested in that, I can also link the Shop Miss A one down below as well because I thought that was pretty sweet. So yeah, I'll probably just use some of those first, but if you guys have tried the Juno Co ones, let us know your feedback on it. I would love to know. I just have one more item to finish off with, and this is a new palette from Blush Tribe. This is the Laila 2 eyeshadow palette. Has 8 mattes and 7 shimmers. It's going to be available July 31st. No, it's available now, I think, but it ships July 31st. Okay. Maybe they have like a pre-order thing going on. I'm not sure about that. This is a very green eyeshadow palette. I've mentioned that I'm just not really a big green eyeshadow palette wearer. Green and blues, I just don't wear a ton. I prefer like purples, like coral. I really love coral eyeshadow right now, and oranges. I like, you know, some orange on my eyes today. I think those are really complementary colors with my green eyes. So that's kind of what I go to when I'm going for color. Those are some of the shades that I reach for versus green. So definitely buying a green palette wouldn't be a good choice for me. I haven't tried anything from Blush Tribe yet. If you have, you can definitely leave your thoughts and experience down below. But this would be a palette that I just wouldn't really reach for. So I'm going to pass over this one from Blush Tribe. But other than that, that is going to wrap it up for today's Will I Buy It video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts on these products down below. And as always, if you guys did enjoy this video, I hope that you'll give it a thumbs up. I hope that you also consider subscribing before you go, and I will see you in tomorrow's video. Bye.